Welcome back to StockSmart Investing. Let's get right into it. We've got Triple D pulled up here. And as we can see, had you taken the option, you might have done okay with a little bit of a put option, but had you taken the call option, it would have expired worthless. And just a couple days later exploded. Okay, isn't that about the way of it? All right, but let's just go from our VWAP here. And we go to here. There we go. So that was probably that full trade there. And, I consider a full trade from here to here. And then this is just kind of like, kind of stay away from it. All right, now this VWAP 4-hour list was working. And I went out into the world, found a VWAP script that would work. Some of the scans just don't seem, to want to, find those signals and throw them up on a watch list. All right. And, of course, it might not be working, let's just say first thing this morning, but it did work last night. So I know it at least works. I haven't been able to take this watch list and try to build it back into a strategy yet, though. Let's see if we can get anything up on the accumulation swing index. And we're going to go ahead and start with NEO. All right. And this is an action that I like to follow. Okay. This is consistent with a trend. And we would have traded from here to here. And we might have taken that trade or this trade. But we would be looking for an exit. So if you are in that trade, you may want to consider looking for an exit. Okay. You've got about this thing going on here. It could continue to run, but if it fires that signal below, it's time to get out. All right. It looks like our swing index isn't doing anything today. Let's go for our YouTube example. All right. And we got ATHE, BLRX, CUEN, NEO, POWI, POAI, VNW, and XPEV. All right. Now, XPEV, along like NEO, has also had a very, very fast recovery, okay? And we can see the longer it got pushed down, the higher it popped up. All right. And I noticed that, here we go. So that was that full trade from there to there. All right. You're either risking it for the biscuit right now, or you're looking for an exit. Okay. You already got up 140% in 153 bars. Okay. So for that YouTube example on the daily, we get these right here. Okay, and then let's see, ATHE. And we can go in and see when ATHE had its move, and looks like it really jumped above this 0 line back on the 22nd. Okay. But then here on the 4-hour chart, it gave us this false VWAP breakout here, which it probably still did go down in price. But I noticed those VWAPs have false breakouts, which makes it a not so valid signal. All right. So we can see with the daily here, we can see what trend we're currently in. Okay. Well, let's go down here and check out another YouTube example daily. And it shows a couple different stocks, okay? AMC, AMD, B-squared, MU, and NEO. So let's go in and see what the big difference here is. We got ask, volume, beta, and market maker move. Okay. Volume. And that could be it. The volume could be doing it. Alright. Let's come up here and go our 4 YouTube example on the daily. Instead of 0.9, let's go with 0.75. And let's go with 200. There we go. Fwonk, Moo, Neo, True, F, QN, B Square, Blend, Atos, AMD, AMC, and Apples. Will likes them apples, don't he? There we go. I'm surprised VWAP didn't fire for that one. You can see that hit a big low when this is up high. That was a big run. That was a good signal from there to there. Short from here to here to reverse the position. To reverse the position. Okay. And we haven't gotten a signal to get out yet, but it is coming, so. And this does look like a slightly big curve. Okay. Now, one thing I also like to do is we can take this Chende bot and we can take that all the way out to 150. And you can take it out to 300. I mean, you can take it out to whatever you want. But, you know, I try to take it out to trading days, okay? Now, you can see where your trades lie. You know, you could have got an entry here, got your exit here. And had you taken that entry, that would have been a bad entry. That wouldn't have been a good one. Okay, but we can see the 150 period here on the 15-minute time chart can give you some good information. Let's look at AMC here. All right. So we can see from Monday that would have been a signal to get in. Okay. We would have hit our high. And now we're probably looking for short positions. Okay. Now see how we broke above this support line and it broke out. All right, that's kind of important there. All right. Yeah, we had a breakout and now we're going flat. Okay. Now, for those of you who have been with me ever since I started doing this on the, you know, say Webull platform, the term flatten the water. Yes. So we may even be looking at, let's just say, a MACD histogram. I don't really like using the MACD histogram. And Flonk and Atos. And True is going for the gamma squeeze. And I think we might even want to make a new list on that, but I think we're going to call it the Gamma Slamma. All right. So let's hit cancel here. BLIN. And we got that big move Tuesday. All right. So these are some of our good movers for today. Now let's go and check out maybe our market forecast or our market sentiment. I'm sure many of those will be the same. Market senti. There we go. And if we're going by what has sentiment, then we can pick out these, which take a couple of the stocks that are on both of those lists. Oh. We'll come down here. And we have NEO and XPEV. Those are the ones that have the most sentiment at the moment. Growth EV plays. Okay. Let's see what the swing index has for us, if anything. Check our Kapok. Here we go. So our Kapok Weekly, we've got NEO, AMD, and ADMP. Okay. Let's bring this out to the daily, and we can see how it has had this, say, upwards trending pennant here. Yeah. And we can see where our entries and exits could have been. Maybe this 150 period is a bit long for this particular stock. So we could bring that down to say, let's see, we're down here, we're flat, and we start to come up. Okay. Now, let's just pull out a MACD. MACD histogram, MACD 2 lines, MACD with prices, weekly and daily MACD. I've got the MACD. Looks like we've got a new one here. Let's go with... We'll pull out this one. Pull out this one. Okay. And let's pull up NEO here. And let's get rid of our trend color changes. Okay. So let's see if we can go around and find some examples of it sitting on this zero line, okay? We can see we sit on the zero line here, we sit on the zero line here. We just come up above it here. All right? Well, we can see when the MACD is sitting on this zero line, all right? And I first discovered this, I guess you could say that I'm not going to call it a hack. You just notice things in particular indicators. This is MACD with 2 lines. Let's see. I don't think we have the... there's the histogram crossover, positive to negative. Let's pull that down to the lower. Okay. So we get some arrows here. Not really what I wanted. Let's pull up that MacDizzle again. Let's see. And do a stochastic MACD. Weekly and daily. Alright. So I would think we'd have to take these MACD2 lines. And let's just stack that right on top of the MACD histogram. And that's probably the result we were looking for. Or at least close to it. Looks like we've got our stochastic MACD here too. Okay. So we look for when we are, say, trending upwards. And we can see how the MACD also behaves a little bit like the TTM squeeze. And we can see that it also follows the trend of momentum. Of course, our momentum indicators up here, they catch it a bit sooner. And looking for these crossovers and whatnot. Yeah, but we look for when the MACD has landed on 0 and just blip, 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 blip. Okay. Looks like on the 4-hour, it did it for quite a few days. Let's see, on the daily, I don't really see anywhere on this chart. Let's pull up AMD. I'm sure it has done it too. Here's a little spot where it did it. AMD was just added to the pump and dump 4-hour daily list, so it is being pumped and dumped right now. And we can see that here in our MACD histogram. Now, had we taken our sign with the MACD histogram on the daily chart, we would have gotten in on the 21st in AMD, taken a bullish position, and we would probably now be looking for our exit. Okay. Very good. Yeah, so we see this down signal, we see the reversal with the VWAP, then we see the market starting to improve, then we get our MACD crossover, okay? Now let's just see if this stochastic MACD, which one caught it first, the MACD 2 lines or the stochastic? They're both, let's see, looks like that catches the crossover there. And we could change it to another, say, instead of 12, 26, and 9. Okay. But we would have learned the MACD histogram. There's a little trick that you can pick up in there, but I've noticed I don't really use the MACD, and in most videos I will say that it's not necessary. But if you want to find the pump and dumps every single day, then it may be necessary, okay? And you can go back and check out some of my older Weeble videos. I should make some newer Weeble videos, though, just for the simple fact of, I wasn't really using a, now, SPY's being pumped and dumped today? Interesting. If SPY's going to dump off today, I wonder if SIBO's going up. The Board of Exchange. It is. Let's see, because it looks similar. SIBO's pulling back. been high options expiries here lately. Lots of them. Okay. See, here's a fake VWAP signal on the daily. I mean, had you taken it, depending on where you would have taken it, yeah, you would have been in trouble with that. So even the VWAP bot on the daily isn't the most accurate. I would prefer to take it at least from, let's just say we're swing trading. We want to use it on the 4-hour to the 1-hour chart. And you could still use it down on this 5-day, 15-minute chart and do a smaller time period swing trade. Depending on your account size, if you were using VWAP, okay, let's just say in the past 5 days, okay, we would have shorted here. We would have bought here. Yeah, we would have, sold and reversed our position here. Reversed here. Reversed here. And we would have sold out, taken profit or, reversed position once again. Although, as you can see, you had, good trades, but now you're long in this direction. It isn't really showing off that it's trying to go that way, is it? It's kind of trending down. So, you would have had a good time up until you took this trade. You may have decided to let that one go, even though, as we can see, it is starting to turn green. The last signal was a VWAP, okay? But the TTM scalper signal is a down, okay? So we look for when we are dead in the water on 0, and it looks like this one is. Looks like SIBO is on the 15-minute chart. So let's go and look at it on the 1-minute chart, okay? And we are sitting flatlined right on top, okay? And we need to see what happens, okay? Exactly when that happens, okay? So go back through. Look in your charts. And compare this to this. And that's more of an explosive run just right up above. Not that one. Okay, but you want to go back and find moments where it lands, let's just say maybe even in the pre-market, and sits on 0. Okay? Like it is here. This is a different, isn't this an interesting signal? Okay? Being the fact that we haven't seen that signal, too much. It's a very, very straight line, very direct. Okay. Let's see, a trade from here to here, that's 21%. Oh no, looks like you might have lost on that one. See from here. Okay, now you got your crossover. You made 20%. Okay. Kind of went flat, dropped in price, started trending back up. That would have been of course, a signal to go short. Okay, go long. Looks like it's trying to get trapped in a Oxy and Zom. Yeah, seems like it's going to get trapped a little bit. All right, so let's get rid of our drawings here on XPEV, and we'll redraw. All right. Clear them out. Let's go XPEV. Let's go to a high here. All right, that draws that breakout. Now, let's go from our, and we could go from the low. And we need to go with our year-over-year growth trend channel, which this should be it. Okay, that should be the year-over-year growth. So it's a slowly upwards trending channel. Okay, I expect it to get pushed back down into this range. Okay, and given the In current situations, possibly overvalued MACD. Yeah, I kind of see it might get pushed back down too. And it looks like, I mean, we're up $2 today, though. Let's see if anyone's trading it already. A couple people. Let's see if NEO is rocking. Now, NEO has people trading it this morning. That has sentiment. Okay, AMD. More people trying to sell AMD than buy AMD. Advanced micro devices. All right. Let's go on that four-way STC. That's that four-way chef trend cycle. NEO, RIG, and Vion. Vion does have some people in here trading it today. Let's see what's going on with the RIG. And RIG has some trades today. Okay, see this interesting signal here? This typically means a big move. Indecision. Okay. Take advantage of that. And feel free to comment below about any of the, watch lists or indicators that I might be using. I share them on GitHub. And I do have some that I've put together that I don't really share, but I'll certainly share them for a little bit of money. Everybody needs a couple coins in their pocket. But not Bitcoins. Just seems to be people don't just give away Bitcoins. And as much as I'd like to be, sure, yes, I'll take your Bitcoins because I'm a big dum-dum. Not that dumb. I do understand the idea, behind promoting and whatnot, but I don't know. You don't typically win a contest you didn't enter, All right, so for our 6-way squeeze alert. So this is a squeeze alert scanning on 6 different time frames. bsqr, IDEV, NEO, SPY, and XPEV. Okay? So we'll pull in the squeezes on, let's see, let's check out the 4-way squeeze. And looks like Seal has joined the list. All right. Now, let's go here and do a squeeze, the squeeze pro scans. And it took some time to get the squeeze scans running. We'll check out the runners for the day. That's AMD, NEO, and True. And we've got the 6-way with the Fibonacci moving average bands. And we'll see what this one has. And we got Blinn and Vion were added to the for YouTube example. And let's check out our bullish 1-hour and 4-hour. This is based on the Arun specs, the Arun metrics. Ooh. God bless Wireshark. Okay. And we don't seem to have anything working here on our 4-hour VWAP this morning. Try looks like, as we can see back here from November, in 2020, this was a super low price. And everybody thought that, many of those oil companies were just done. Of course, we got our signal here, but as you can see, it was kind of pushed up as, preemptive for that move. Looks like then we just dropped down a channel and continued to trend up. Okay. So for the squeeze Momo, what do we got here? ZTU 2-year Treasury bonds 21. Looks like Treasury bonds are being squeezed. Interesting. Looks like they're being squeezed to downward. We got some squeezes up. This one's a direction. Yang ETF. I wonder which direction it is. Let's go out to the daily. This must be a bear. I suppose it's possible it's not. On 628, though, we're getting an upward signal. Let's see. Let's wait for the recovery on the Momo for the daily, but I think we'll start to see that very soon. Yeah. Let's wait for the recovery. There's a good bit of upside for, versus the downside. And let's see if we can find any reversals. There may not be any reversals here yet to show up. Let's go grab our Ellers. Don't think we're getting anything there either. Yeah, this looks a bit like the opposite of what was happening on the other charts. Yeah, sure does. ATHE has been all over the lists this morning. And looks like Lee Auto made the list today. go. Let's look at the ETH-E. Okay. And we're always looking for those big explosive moments. You know, say something is sitting on or very near zero and firing good signals, then that could give you a good opportunity. Looks like ETH-E is having a bit of a crash here this morning, so we may get the opportunity. Opportunity to get it at a good, cheap price. A very good, cheap price. Although, given this is coming down and this is coming up, this is a big divergence over a large chart. And that's something that I really wish some of the other, traders would, point out. And definitely the larger channels. They should be pointing out divergences on longer time frames, so people can start to see and understand them on smaller time frames. All right. Yeah, looks like had you had a call option for this expiration, you'd have been out of luck. Okay. And it gave you a little fake out here on this VWAP for making you think that it was going to go in, your favored direction. You might have taken this doji here at 25.68 and 26.68, 27.89, looking for an exit, probably somewhere around there when it fell below the VWAP again. All right. A little bit of a hammer. And price trends back up. And now it's back to being overbought. Okay. But the ETH-E is a great way to expose yourself to the cryptocurrency without being directly exposed cryptocurrency. All right. Now let's get rid of, let's get rid of that MACD, and let's get rid of this MACD. Okay. And now let's just check and see if the Cyber Cycles finds it, because I want to work on a Cyber Cycles strategy. And the Cyber Cycles catches it, well, right back here we went bullish. Here we go. There was your Cyber Cycles crossover. Very good. So now we see our Cyber Cycles trying to cross above zero, and we see that our MACD here is looking very interesting, trying to cross over as well. Upwards TTM, green momentum, green histogram, trending upwards, and it looks like we are getting a positive crossover. Okay. Let's hope it doesn't get rejected and go flat from here. Let's pull up Tesla. Okay. Tesla, same thing. All right, we've got this block here that we need to be worried about, but we're also popping up and touching this new channel. If it can stay above this new channel, great. That'll make this the new support, and it'll start riding this channel down. All right, instead of this channel up. Now it looks like our best signal, and we could go by cyber cycles, which also catches it maybe just before the VWAP. Okay. Maybe just before the VWAP. So if we can get our cyber cycles mixed in with our VWAP, it catches it quicker than the MACD histogram or the MACD with 2 lines, okay? And it, yes, the MACD does give you a less chop. You know, let's just say in this particular situation, on the daily chart, the MACD gives you less chop than the cyber cycle, okay? But who knows if that's always the case. It may not be. All right, let's check the 4-hour here. And we can look for when we get above 0 on our cyber cycle. All right, somewhere around here or here, and price takes off. We get below 0. Looks like price got flat. All right. Let's see what happened the next time it went above. Had a little bit of a pop. Push down, push down, push down. Looks like we got a crossover here or somewhere in here to buy it. All right. There was your crossover again to short or just take your profit. Trade all the way to here. Yeah, maybe here. Okay. And then once it crosses below our midline, as you can see, it doesn't become another valid trend until it crosses back above the midline again. All right. And we started getting chop and crossovers, and then we got a downwards VWAP signal, downwards TTM signal at the same time, and price fell off. All right, fell below the 0 line, kept on going. Once it finally settled, crossover, crossed above, price took off again. All right. So I like these cyber cycles a bit better than I like any MACD. I don't really use RSI either. I prefer to use %R or even %B. Nothing on that list. And we'll check this one. See, there are people buying Tesla today. More buyers than there are sellers. That's a good thing. Okay. Well, I think that's about it for this morning. So, I thank you if you kept with us this entire time. Hit that like and subscribe button. I really appreciate that. Help the channel grow. Let's reach, some more people. I'd like to see, 400, 500 subscribes. That'd be really great. I believe I have the next indicator to be released on GitHub at 400. So we hit 400, we get the next indicator. All right. Gotta make a little incentive, somehow. So thanks for watching. Go make some money, and I will catch you in the next video.